Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 9, Episode 5. I believe it's called Heavy is the Crown. Hey, y'all, I'm back from vacation. I just got back yesterday around 7 or 8. And I was so tired. It was tired. I got home, took a shower, kind of laid down. I went over a lot of gossip and news and stuff. And I was just like, oh. Then I came across the Zatima trailer. I said, oh yeah, I got to give my predictions and my trailer breakdown for Zatima. So yeah, I'll be checking out for that. I'm gonna try to drop it tomorrow. Also tomorrow, my daughter will be leaving for college. The school is starting back, so we have to get her packed up, get her in her new apartment and all that stuff. So I have a lot to do, but I am so happy. I had a great vacation. My mom was there, my aunt, my sissy, my daughter, my mother-in-law, her sister, her sister, her sister's daughter, and her sister's daughter's daughter, and a cousin. So, and plus it was my husband's birthday, so we celebrated his birthday on a cruise. So we had a good time. I did not know this many Leos live on the face of this earth, because when I tell you it was somebody's birthday every day, all day on this cruise, it was like Leo season. It was cool though. It was so cool. But we had a good time. I really enjoyed myself. It was like a lot of my family members that was with us. It was their first cruise, and I really got to, even though I do cruise like once or twice a year, it was just so good to see like first time cruisers, like with my mom and my sissy and my aunt and all my daughter and all them. It just feels good to see through their eyes. It makes it new for me. And I was just so happy that everybody was happy and they had a really good time. My mama talking about we ate too much. And I was like, well, hey, we on vacation. But anyway, enough about me. And oh, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes, belated birthday wishes, and everybody else out there. Y'all, birthdays, happy birthday to you all, honey. We are all special. But yeah, I want to just say thank you to all of you all. I'm still kind of tired because we drove there and we drove back. But anyway, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into this episode of Tyler Perry's Sistas. On the road to 11. On the road to 8,000 subscribers, 100 likes every single episode. The more you do like, the more I do go through the algorithm, the more people start to feel my commentary. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been here before, y'all, hey. And I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you all for coming back. We have a lot to talk about. Even though that this episode really, it seems that it's as if it was a filler. It did answer some of our questions, especially when it came to Robin and Andy. I'm not going to give like a full review. I'm just kind of going to do more of an overview, because I do have some more stuff that I need to watch. And like the trailer, I want to do the trailer, and I wanted to do the trailer breakdown for the next episode of Tyler Perry's Sistas. So yeah, and I have a short amount of time, so I got to go ahead and get this done. All right, so the episode picks up where it left off with Sabrina. And Sabrina and Rich, they still arguing, child. Arguing so loud. Now, I guess Brookhaven is a ghetto haven bank, because I remember Maurice said that it's now in the black community. So they done made Sabrina a manager and they done shipped her off into the hood because she black. I don't know why, but she's over there in the hood. So I guess now because they're at the hood bank, they can yell and holler and scream and everybody can hear them and nobody is supposed to say nothing. But shut the door and lock it. I don't know. And Penelope comes in, and Penelope talking about she wants to see Sabrina. And she just barges in. And her whole thing was to say that, nothing is going on between them. They've been knowing each other for a long time. Rich says that they were just childhood friends. They're familiar. Child Maurice over there with some Sistas. I said, Maurice, what you going to do with them Sistas? Anyway, but Sabrina don't want to hear none one of them. She's like, she's over Rich. He's a lying, sneaky, cheating snake. But I mean, cheating, y'all were broken up. So, I don't know. But yeah, he's lying, cheating, sneezing, lying, cheating, and she wants nothing to do with him. She wants nothing to do with Penelope, and she just kicks everybody out of her office. And Penelope like, look, I tried. Penelope said, I tried. Bye, girl. And she go ahead and walk off, and Maurice tell her that she ended up leaving her integrity and she left, child, her reflex gag muscles. All of it she left down there on the floor. So Sabrina is over it. I'm over it. And I'm ready to move to talk about something else. All right. So Karen is still going through it. Karen ain't bathed. Now, we had time for Andy to go get her a whole haircut. And everybody done changed clothes. And yeah, Karen ain't went up and did nothing. She ain't took no sit bath. What they call them? Sip baths. It ain't the full bath. It's just the wash off. If anybody knows, when you have a baby, they give you a tub, and they tell you to kind of bathe with the tub, and they give you that little piece of it look like one of them. It's a bottle with a syringe on it, and you kind of squirt yourself out. I said, did Karen even get one of those, child? Karen looked like she just said she just looked like she need a sign, and she need to be outside on the side of the road. But anyway, she going through it. She is really, really going through it. The mama is concerned. Aaron is concerned. They trying to get Faith. Faith is concerned because she's been neglected by her mom. And Aaron is actually going through it too, because it's almost like Aaron feels like he has to put his feelings to the side because he is caring for Karen, because it's kind of hard. He's really bearing a lot of the responsibility. Aaron and Mama Lisa, they're bearing a lot of the responsibility. I really don't know, because at first I thought when he was wanting to be vulnerable, he was like, he asked permission if he could speak freely, but then he doesn't speak freely. And I thought that he was going to say maybe the reason why she's feeling like this is because of Zach, but he mainly said, like, he really didn't give nothing. He was just like, he's going through it too, and it ain't really much anybody can do about it. And Mama Lisa was just like, Karen got to go through it. Just let Karen go through it. She'll soon come around. And I mean, I get Aaron is feeling some type of way, but at the same time, you still have your baby and Karen is still here. Yes, you do have to deal with Karen and what she's going through. But I'm not going to say your feelings don't matter, but as of right now, your feelings are, at the bottom of the totem pole, if you ask me. Yeah, they matter, but at the same time, they're not second or third or fourth in line. They're like fifth or maybe sixth in line in regards to feelings. Your main job is you signed up for parenthood, and you have to be a parent at this time. So that's pretty much what that is. Andy going through PTSD. Like, she's going through post-traumatic stress. Everything that she's went through, she's over here having anxiety attacks. She's over here having like head conversations, repeating things, like going through everything that has happened with her with this whole Gary situation, Penelope situation, her being held hostage and all this other stuff. Like, the girl was on death row. And she is feeling all the feels, right? So when she says, let me keep it together, she ended up, remember last episode, she got the information from Dr. Vaughn about Dr. Cruz. And she was going over all that about Dr. Cruz in 2023. A patient ended up passing because he did a botched C-section. And I think he did the C-section, they said, in 17 minutes, which is really, really fast. Now, I've never had a cesarean before, but I didn't think that it takes 17 minutes because you have to do anesthesia, you cut the person, you have to make sure that everything that's supposed to come out is out and everything that's in is supposed to be in. There should be no excessive bleeding. It should be, you have to sew them back up. So, to me, the sewing alone should take about 17 minutes, but I have no idea. But the patient ended up passing away. So apparently he has a lot of cases like these. And this is almost like a distraction for Andy, so that she can kind of get through what she's getting through. Even though it's not over, she's just getting through it. Also, we got this girl had time to go home, change clothes, get her hair cut, get her hair done. And she finally hears the voicemail from Robin. I said, girl, how many days later? Like, you finally get to hear the voice message. And she's just like, yeah, I agree. Yeah. But I thought she was, at least called him, man. He said he loved you. And he thought, I don't know. I guess it's going to be over for Robin and Andy, so I'm sorry, Robin and Andy. I was really rooting for you all, but it seems like you're going to be that situation. There's always a couple on a TV show that we kind of want them to be together, but they have these little times where they may meet up and they may have something going on and somebody has to leave off and rush off somewhere. And then at the end, they ended up finally making their way back to each other, almost like a Ross and Rachel type of situation. So cat and mouse, whatever they got going on, we'll see it later in the wash. Okay, so Fatima comes in and she gives like all this extra paperwork to Andy about Mr. Cruz. And hold on. Okay, sorry for that. But anyway, so yeah, Fatima gives Andy all this information in regards to Dr. Cruz. And Fatima just trying to figure out, like, girl, how you get all this information? But anyway, so Fatima is happy that she's actually doing this on behalf of Karen, on behalf of Zach, and pretty much all the Black women that are out there that needs support and that needs help for the voiceless. And Fatima about to be a mother too, so we need these doctors off the street, child, because ain't nobody got time for all of that. You trying to have a happy and safe delivery, and all of a sudden somebody ain't gonna come out, either one or two or both, So yeah, it's too much. But anyway, Andy talks about her anxiety she's been having, and she talked about the voicemail that Robin had left her. And she's just gonna let it be. She said that she thought that she felt as if Robin was her hero, like her knight in shining armor. He just came in and she felt safe with him. But she's just gonna kind of let it rest, because she feels as if Robin is just like, okay, well, from what I got, it seems as if she felt as if Robin was just kind of giving up. I didn't think Robin was giving up. I think that Robin put the ball into Andy's court. For Andy, it's up to Andy if she wanted the relationship or not. I was just kind of confused as to what the thinking was when it came to Andy in regards to Robin, because like I said, I thought that Robin said, it's on you, Andy. If you want to be with me, then come to the airport. Like, I'm here waiting on you, but you're not here. So it really is, for me, it's just an explanation of I got held up. Literally, I got held up hostage. So I'm pretty sure Robin will understand that. But she didn't even reach out. She didn't give the phone call. And Fatima is just like, you have every right to feel the way that you feel about Robin. And it's okay. You'll get through it, as everything else. So I guess that was pretty much that conversation. They talked about the lawsuit. They talked about all that. So that's cool. Child, again, Tony done quit his job. My thing is, so Tony, we know you quit your job, right? But Danny's still at work. You can't be kissing on nobody at work in front of everybody. Now, we know you, like I said, we know you lost your job, but Danny still wants to keep her job. And he was just like, okay, let's go out and meet at whatever this place is right here. So I guess Danny can just go to lunch early. I don't know. But they're sitting there and they're eating, and he talking about the wings taste good and all that. And Danny's whole thing is, how you gonna pay for it? Like, and Tony is just like, hey, I got money saved up. I'm not broke. I just quit my job. He says he's free. Like, this is the calm, like, not before the storm. It's just the calm right now. And he says he feels free and he wants to do what he wants to do. And he says that Danny is the one that said that he should quit his job. Now, I ain't hear Danny say you should quit your job. Now, did y'all hear Danny say, yeah, you should quit your job? I thought she was saying something more the lines of, you should do what makes you happy. Like, what makes you happy, that's what you should do. A lot of times you can find out what makes you happy all the while having some steady income. I guess. I don't, anyway. So, Danny says she will support him. She barely said it, but she said it. She said she gonna support him, because I guess she did put it out there. You need to do what's best for you. Find what's happy for you, because Danny was not going to do a long distance relationship. So she was just like, yeah, Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna support you. She probably said, I don't know, I ain't gonna support you that long, but I'm gonna support you just as much as I can. But we'll see how it works out. I don't think Tony is gonna be some couch potato, because he seems like he works. I don't think he has a problem with working. Maybe it may just take Tony a while before he figures out what he's really good at. He really good at telling folk what to do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Danny says she gonna support him while he over there eating his chicken wings. All right. Karen is going through it, like I said, and the baby is needs to be fed. And Aaron goes in there with some words like, I'm here for you, we're here for you, we're waiting on you, like we need you. Telling Karen all these things. Karen feels like she failed. Like she doesn't deserve to be her mother. She doesn't deserve to be anybody's mother. And Aaron is like, well, if you didn't deserve to be a mother, then Faith would not be here. So, I mean, things do happen, but you cannot neglect your kid. But at the same time, the girl is going through it. She's really, really going through it. And I was reading through the comments, and some of you all were saying she's feeling like this just because it's Zach baby that didn't make it. For me, that makes no sense, because if anybody in those comments have ever lost a child, regardless of whose baby it was, you lose a child and tell me how you feel. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, and Aaron is just like, I'm here for you, we're here for you. And Karen is in postpartum. She's post-surgery. She's just post everything, and everything is so close. Like, Karen is still going to need her time. She's going to need her time right now, and it'll be different. And then the thing is, Karen has a support system. Now, if Karen was alone with the baby, it's different. It's like she would have no choice. But a little bit in the matter, she has a choice, because she knows that she has people that she can rely on. But the thing is, Karen, there are going to be situations to where you're going to have to get up and put your big girl panties on and do it yourself. Just like toward the end of this episode, we'll get there. But Aaron is saying he's here. And this the part I was tripping off of. That baby was over there crying, right? I heard that baby drink 2 sips of that milk and he gonna put the thing down. And then she started crying again. Then you give her 2 more sips. Aaron, if you don't feed that baby that whole bottle... That baby said, I'm still hungry, nigga. Can I have some more milk? I'll get that baby 2 sips of that bottle and expect it. Anyway, child, I guess. Okay, so there is a new client that Miss Marie Willis has recommended to the law firm. Well, to Andy Barnes, because Miss Marie love her some Andy, honey. After Andy done made her a richer lady. She's sending her the clientele that she needs, but Andy Barnes is wrapped up in everything that she has going through child life. And apparently this person is a basketball player for some team in Atlanta, that the Thunderbolts, something. And I forget his name, but he's handsome. He's overacting a little bit, but overall, Fatima helps him, and Fatima looks at his deal, and she says something like he has I don't know, but really, they are using that boy's likeness and his image, and they're making money off of him. He's pretty much a walking billboard, and he really has no choice in the matter. The contract he signed is a lot of money, but it comes with a lot of strings, and if he does anything wrong, anything that they decide is wrong, even if it's not wrong to the public or wrong to him, if this nigga sneeze wrong, they can drop him and take all his money. So it's like he has to be like Pinocchio, puppeteer. Like, he has to be on strings. Like, I want to be a real boy, that. So, but Fatima is like, we're going to have to go over this again, redo your contract and all of that stuff. While she over there doing her job, and she does already tell the guy, like, look, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just a paralegal, I'm just helping as I can. Andy is the real lawyer and all of that, right? He understands that he tells her she's going to be a great lawyer one day, all of that, right? So disclosure was already on the table. Hayden comes in. He gets on my nerves. He's just like a big bugaboo. Like, You bugging you bugging me, you bugging everybody. Like, just so irritated. Just a net, child. Anyway, he coming in there, want to shake hands, dap the boy up, talking about, yeah, I'm going, getting courtside tickets, saying, oh, you working with her, she's just the paralegal, I'm the one, I'm the man. Like, she's like the fry cook. And she said, well, you the one that make the sauces, but you get it all wrong, whatever. But Miss Marie Willis comes in and, she got her attitude, talking about, where is Andy Barnes? I want Andy. But the dude had her back. He was like, nah, Fatima, she was doing real good. Like, oh, okay, well, you doing good? That's cool. But if you mess up one time, Fatima, it's going to be a problem. And Fatima said, yes, ma'am. But everybody is really cool or whatever. But the boy said that he gave Fatima his props, and he said he's going to recommend her to all, of his basketball player friends. So I thought that was a good win. That was a win for Fatima. Child, Danny cousin come around. He just got out of jail, and he run around. He heard that Danny had got some money, and he's said he needs some joints. This man reminded me of Dwayne Martin, Tisha Campbell's ex-husband. He just looks like a Dwayne Martin to me. But anyway, he over there smelling money that Danny has. And Danny gave him like $20. But Leonard came over there all in their business talking about this isn't work appropriate. Just getting on folks' nerve. They play the whole joke. Oh, you being racist. Oh, I'm not being racist. Well, go somewhere. But Danny gave him $20 up out of her bra. Like most women, black women that I know. And take the money and go ahead and go. Bye. Zach is going through it. And you know what's so crazy? Some people will say like, okay, well, Karen is feeling this way because it's Zach baby. So why is Zach feeling this way? Is it because it's Karen? I mean, what you can, the two can be said the opposite. Was Karen just feeling this way because it's Zach baby? Okay, well, maybe Zach is feeling this way because it's Karen's baby. Anyway, but yeah, Zach is going through it, and he is going through it a lot. I mean, he said he cannot understand why he's feeling like this over something that he never really just had. I mean, he got to hold her, he got to touch her, he got to see, them pull her out of Karen and all of that stuff. But the thing is, he was excited to be a father. He was excited. And the thing is about like stillborns and miscarriages and grief, because grief is grief. It's just grief. Grief is grief. Because when you lose kids, babies, like at the small infant type ages, it's almost like she could have been this, or he could have been this, or I could have done this, or I could have done that. There's a lot of self criticizing going on. Maybe if I would have walked more, if I would have drunk more water, you have a lot of self inflicted pain. That's not the case. It was going to happen because it was going to happen. And so Zach is going through the woulda, shoulda, coulda, wouldas and all that stuff, and thinking about what the baby could have been, or maybe I could have done, just a lot of thinking. And then on top of that, he had a lot of losses, again, his mom, his businesses, and his money. Like, he just tired of taking losses, and this is like almost like the icing on the cake. And that Hennessy bottle is looking better. It's looking a whole lot better and better. So like I said, I remember I had did one of my breakdowns before. I think in order for Zach and Karen to move on from this space, which they're never going to get over this space. They just have to kind of move, through the space. But they're going to have a conversation. They're going to have a grieving conversation, and that's just how they're going to be able to move forward, because they have to feel that pain, because they're the main people that lost that pain. Karen is the main, and then is Zach, so. But yeah, Fatima had called him, and she had ordered him some DoorDash. She was like, look, I know you're going through it, but you got to be here for us. And child, that really make him sad. Like, I don't want to lose y'all either, because he just looking like, man, I'm a loser. You're not a loser. You're just lifing. It is. All right. And I told y'all this. I said, this review is not going to be long. I guess it's longer than what I thought. But anyway, he gets a knock at the door, and it is Danny. Danny comes in. She got the blow, the tree. Well, anyway, she got it for him and they sit down there talking. They're just going over everything. And Danny is really being this sister to him. Like, it's a breath of relief. Because sometimes when you're going through, you kind of need someone that's total, that you just need someone that's the opposite of everybody else. Someone that can just give you a different perspective. Someone that just a different face, a different everything. And Danny is that different piece of the puzzle. She's going to bring it to you real, but she's going to be funny. It's going to be like just a breath of fresh air. And she come over there with the tree, and he said he needed that. They over there, they're, they puff past, and they just going over it. She was just like, look, it's just life, baby. That's what it is. It's life. You lifing with what you got going on. I'm lifing with Tony. And they're able to bond on a separate level. And that's what I like about it. It's like that brother, sister, because we all got that person that can just make us happy. And Danny is like a happy place for Zach. I can be myself and I don't have to think too much. I can be stupid and I won't be judged, or I can say things that are wrong, or I can be imperfect and I won't be judged, And Zach did make mention, like, Fatima, I don't want to lose her. She was like, man, please, as much as you done put Fatima through, that girl ain't going nowhere. You better calm down, just don't stress her out or whatever. But it was real good to see. I just like the dynamic between those two, and that we need more scenes like that. Because she said Zach need to eat, and the only way he gonna eat is if he puffed this. So yeah, that was pretty good. All right, so this is one of the final scenes of the episode. Karen comes out the room because Karen said she needed some water. And Aaron said he had some water in the car. So Aaron puts the baby down in the bassinet anyway, and he said he got to go to the car and get it. So as he goes to the car and get it, the baby starts to cry. I mean, she really went to me. She looked like she was just talking and cooing, but hey, I guess for dramatics, she was crying. And Karen gets in her feelings, and she's just like, ain't nobody here. Like, ain't nobody here to get this baby. Girl, that is your baby. And you hear your baby's voice, and you go over there and you looking in the bassinet, and you just like, the voices in her head. I'm not good enough. I can't take care of her. I'm not the mother that you deserve. Why did I have you? Because I can't take care of you. So she's self-inflicting mental pain on her. So she's just going through it, like, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I said, girl, you ain't gonna even scoop the baby. You ain't gonna even push the bassinet back and forth. Like, okay. Well, yeah, she says she can't do it. She just can't do it because she feels like she doesn't have the capability to be a good mother. It's not in her. She already, like, she doesn't want to fail. She doesn't want to fail at it. And I guess, Karen, but it'll be all right. You just got to take time. And child, you got to take time. It's one day at a time every day. Take your time and get through it, child. I don't know. Listen to some old Negro spirituals, girl. It's just come on, go see some therapists. Anyway, y'all, this is Sheila Beeler. Like, comment, and subscribe. I just feel sad for the girl. I do. I mean, I know because a lot of people don't like Karen or whatever. And a lot of people are saying that they're happy that she lost her baby that was Zach's. I was like, boy, y'all some heartless people. I'm glad she lost the baby. I'm glad she lost Zach's baby. I said, I know this is a show. I know it's a show, but sometimes, it's portraying real life. For the show, it's like, child, yeah, but real life, it's like, child, no. But anyway, y'all, this is Sheila Beeler. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what y'all think. Am I thinking too much? Anyway, bye, y'all.